By the way, you shouldn't talk to Pia because she stinks.
Hi, my friends. In this video, we are talking about armpits. Yes, we've been obsessed with talking about vaginas, but we need to also address the odors that we have in our armpits too. Girl, I don't know about you, but when my armpits start talking to me, she's loud, she's rude, and she's not saying kind things. I've struggled with BO for all my life. So when I tell you that I found 2 gems that are really helping me out in this hot summer heat, girl, we gotta talk about it. Do you know about acid-based deodorants? First of all, let me say, it is not our sweat that smells. Our sweat is actually odorless. What smells is when our sweat mixes with bacteria. That's when we get the BO underneath our armpits. So when I found that out, I realized that, I'm not having a sweat issue. Granted, I sweat a lot. I sweat profusely, like it's nuts. When I really thought about it, I have to combat the bacteria underneath my armpit, not the sweat. It's the bacteria that I need to figure out how to deal with it so it's not smelling, it's not making me smell, because that's where the real odor is coming from. It's a bacterial issue I'm having, not a sweat issue. I've recently switched to natural deodorants, and I find that the deodorant will work for me this month, but like 2 months from now, it's not working. And I'm like, what's going on? Am I immune to it? Is that just how natural deodorants work? They work for some time, but then you just have to keep switching because they don't have the chemicals to sustain what our body needs. That's what I was thinking in my head. Sound off in the comments below and let me know, does your deodorant, your natural deodorant, work for you this month and like 2 months from now it stopped working? That's what I've been experiencing. But then I read about it and then I realized, no, actually, it's not that I'm immune to natural deodorants or I get immune to them after a while. What happens is my body is changing, or my body has changed. Stay with me for a minute and I'll explain to you why. The natural deodorants actually tell the true story. When our natural deodorants stop working, it's something that's changing. Our hormones are changing. Now, maybe our stress level has gone up. Maybe we're eating a little bit more junk, so we're not eating as healthy as we used to. Because what it's actually saying when it's not working anymore, it's like, hey, Pia, you're a little bit more stressed. Or it can be saying to us, hey, by the way, Pia, you're not eating well. You're eating more processed foods. You're eating more of this. You're eating more of that. Letting us know, hey, by the way, something is off. Maybe you want to look into it. Maybe you want to address it, but something is off and that's why I'm no longer working. I think that's a good thing. So we should definitely stop looking at the fact that our deodorants, the natural deodorants are not working, as a bad thing. And I'll give you an example. I found a deodorant that all of us in this house love. My husband, my son, we're all using this same brand. But recently it stopped working for me. And I'm like wondering like, what's going on? Like, how come this deodorant is not working for me anymore, but it's still working for my son and my husband? Now, I've struggled with BO all my life. Like, I'm the girl people pull aside to be like, hey, by the way, today, you're not smelling too good. So I figured as much, okay, it's just my body being my body. But then when I found out this information and I really looked into it, I've really been going hard on the junk. I've really been going hard on eating junk food. That could be the reason why this deodorant is no longer working for me, because I'm full up of junk. My body full up of junk. I've just been eating terribly for the past couple of weeks. Because that deodorant stopped working for me, I got on the hunt. I got on the hunt to find something because I'm like, well, I guess it's time to move on because this deodorant is just not working for me anymore. And that's how I came across acid-based deodorant. Guys, acid-based deodorants, that's it. They're changed my life and I'm never going back, because even though they're acid-based, they're still natural. So it's a win-win. First product I want to talk to you about is the Fab Ingrown Hair Pads. So this is basically it's an exfoliant, to be honest with you. These are exfoliating pads. But how I use them is I wipe my armpits with them. Why do I do that? Because these little tiny pads have BHA and AHA. So BHA, if you didn't know, it deeply penetrates our skin. Like, it's not a surface product. Like, it goes deep beneath our skin and cleanse all the pores, the gunk, the impurities, the oil, the bacteria that is clogging up our pores. This is what it does. And it's funny that we have products like that we use on our skin that has BHA and AHA, and I don't know why we never thought about that. It would be beneficial for our armpits as well. This product has AHA, and AHA more deals with the surface of your skin, so it removes dead skin cells, but it still removes oil, it still removes impurities, it still removes bacteria, it still removes dirt. So when we use this, I use this before I put on my acid-based deodorant, and girl, this deeply cleanses my skin, removes the odor, removes the bacteria, and preps my skin for me to go in with my acid-based deodorant. Acid-based deodorant I use is the Necessary deodorant gel. And when I first saw this, I was kind of scared for it because I'm like, what the hell? A gel? And I remember back in the days when I was in high school and I would use a gel deodorant, it was weird. It was weird. It, excuse me, it dried weird. It was just weird and I didn't like it. But girl, I love this Necessary deodorant. I think it has 5% AHA, and I already tell you, AHA removes dirt, impurities, removes the dead skin cells. Then it also has niacinamide, so it's also building up the barriers of our skin. No aluminum in this, and there is no baking soda. This thing is fighting the odor, it's moving bacteria. These products so far have been so good to me, and it's blazing hot in Toronto right now. So what is a better test? Hot, I'm sweating profusely, and these products have been working. I'm not smelling myself, and I'm telling you, I am the girl that people pulled my husband aside when he wasn't my husband. He was just my boyfriend at that time. Pulled him aside to be like, hey, by the way, you shouldn't talk to Pia because she stinks. I am that girl. So I've always struggled with like a BO issue. So for me to find products right now that are working, especially in this blazing summer, I'm like, yo, is this real? I'm gonna stop asking people, hey, can you smell my armpit? Hey, can you smell my armpit? Hey, could you smell my armpit? I've even given them levels to grade it at. Like, I've given them like a grading sheet. Like, could you grade me? Because I'm still kind of blown away that it's working so well. I'm gonna say a few things. Start with a clean base. I hate when people say,
oh, my deodorant isn't working, it's not working, I'm still smelly.
But they were smelly from the get-go. You have to start with a clean base. You can't go in with a big stink armpit, put all of these products underneath it, and then be like, yo, I smell. Well, you were smelly from before. So what did you expect? What do you think this is, a miracle worker? Don't start with like smelly armpits and then complain that the product isn't working. Start with a clean base so you can really test whether or not this product is working for you or not. I am probably a little bit excessive when it comes to cleaning my armpits, but I'll be in the shower going off underneath my armpit. And let me tell you something, if I come out the shower and I smell and wash, So I'm in the shower going off on my armpit. I smell and wash. So if I wash, I sniff. I wash, I sniff. So if I'm washing and I'm still sniffing and I'm getting BO, I'm going in. I'm continuing. I'm washing it under there. I don't have a timer. I don't have nothing. I deal with smell. If I wash and I don't smell anything, I'm good to go. I probably go off under my armpit a little bit too much, and I'll probably remove something that I'm not supposed to. I'll probably nick myself. If you nick yourself, these will burn because they're active acids, right? They will burn. If you don't, like on a regular day, like say if I'm outside and I realize that if I freshen up and I just put this under my armpit, I'm good to go. It doesn't burn. But if you nick yourself, so if you have a cut underneath your armpit and you use these, they will burn. You have no cuts, you have nothing to worry about. They do not burn otherwise. And girl, that's it. That's all I had to share with you today. I hope this video was informative. I hope you learned something that you can take away, that you can also incorporate into your feminine hygiene when it comes to your armpits. And I just want to create a safe space so we can talk about feminine hygiene and literally stop suffering in silence. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon.